Once upon a time, in a small village by the forest, there lived a humble farming family. They led a simple but happy life, with a small farm, a few chickens, an old dog, and a tabby cat named Mock. Mock was special, not because of his striped fur or bright green eyes, but because he couldn't meow like other cats. From birth, Mock had been silent. Though he opened his mouth, though his throat vibrated, no sound ever came out. At first, the family thought he was sick, but over time, they realized he would never make a sound. Whenever the rooster crowed, the dog barked, or other cats meowed noisily, Mock would simply sit quietly, watching. The village children would tease him, calling him the useless mute cat. Even his owner, though affectionate, sometimes sighed. A cat that can't meow. What good is that? So Mock became a silent shadow in the house. He never cried for food, never meowed when stepped on, never chased mice noisily like other cats. But no one realized. Behind that silence, Mock was listening, observing, remembering every sound, every habit in the household. One strange, silent night. One night, the wind whispered through the thatched roof, and the whole house was fast asleep. The old dog was curled up, the chickens quiet in their coop, and no one noticed the dark figure quietly climbing over the wooden fence, moving stealthily toward the back door. It was a seasoned thief, experienced and precise. He knew how to avoid making noise. The dog didn't bark, the chickens didn't stir, but a pair of eyes was wide open in the dark. Mock's. From a small window, where Mock often watched the moon, he saw everything. Without making a sound, he leapt down to the ground, so soft that not even the wind noticed. He crept along the hallway, ears alert, eyes sharp as blades. A silent encounter. The thief used a thin iron rod to pry open the back door. He didn't know that a small tabby shadow stood beside him. The moment he stepped into the kitchen, Mock darted forward, slashing his leg with his claws, then vanished into the darkness. Startled, the thief staggered, blood dripping from his ankle. Before he could react, crash! A ceramic pot shattered from Mock's second leap. No hissing, no growling, just a series of haunting, precise disruptions. Panicked, the thief turned to flee. The crashing sound woke the owner, and the sound of hurried footsteps roused the old dog into barking. The whole house lit up. The thief was caught as he tried to climb the fence and escape. The morning after. As morning sunlight streamed through the windows, the family gathered around the teapot, recounting the dramatic night. The owner held Mock in his arms, gently stroking his head. "We used to call you the mute cat, but your silence saved us all last night." From that day on, Mock was no longer the mute cat. He became the silent guardian. Not noisy, not showy, but everyone knew. He was always listening, always watching, and ready when it mattered. Extended message. In a world where noise is often mistaken for strength and voice is equated with value, those who are quiet are frequently overlooked or underestimated. Mock the cat, born without a voice, is a symbol for all beings labeled abnormal, insufficient, or useless, simply because they don't conform to the crowd. But in the stillness of the night, when noise becomes a liability and silence becomes a shield, Mock's voiceless presence turned into a powerful weapon. He didn't bark. He didn't cry out. He didn't demand attention. Yet his silent intuition, awareness, and courage saved the family from real danger. This story reminds us that not all noise is helpful, and not all silence is weakness. Some traits shine only in special moments: calmness, focus, alertness, and quiet decisiveness. These don't need to be loud to be effective. They are often the very qualities that change the course of events. It's also a lesson in compassion and open-mindedness. Too often we judge others by how they speak, how they present themselves, or how they appear. But how often do we truly listen to the quiet ones, the shy, the reserved, the overlooked? They may carry extraordinary qualities we have yet to see, waiting only for the right moment. Most importantly, this story is about embracing your unique value. Mock never tried to be like other cats. He didn't force himself to meow to gain approval. He simply stayed true to himself, a silent guardian, and that made him irreplaceable. In summary, silence, when used wisely, can be a form of great strength. Don't be too quick to judge someone as useless just because they're different. Everyone has their own unique value and their own moment to shine. Quiet actions often speak louder than grand words.